Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest Florida Holidays podcast. My name's Abby. Today on our podcast, we are going to be talking about Walt Disney World Resort and Universal Orlando Resort, my two very favourite topics. So I think really if you're looking at booking a Walt Disney World or Universal holiday, we're going to try and talk about the ideal age to go, what attraction is best for your child ages, some of our top tips, benefits and that sort of thing. We're going to be talking about where to stay, on-site stays, villas, to get you in really, really close to all of the action of the parks. So, hi Zara,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's exciting to be back here, getting the first official show on the road.
Fabulous.
But we are joined by a super duper special guest today. We've got the lovely Helen from Passport Stamps, as a lot of you might know her online. Do you want to say hello? Let us know a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for having me. I'm
very
really excited to be here,
you.
talking about my favourite topic, Florida.
Yeah.
I'm Helen. I'm a content creator at Passport Stamps and a blogger, and I'm also a travel journalist. And one of my specialty areas is Florida, of course, and I'm a mum of two, so I've been quite a lot with adult groups, with child groups. I've even been on my own, as if anyone listening wants to go on a solo trip, I highly recommend it. Suiting yourself all day long. But yeah, I love talking about Florida, so I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
We are so happy to have you. You've done some lovely content for us in the past as well, particularly about going to Universal with your kids and Halloween Horror Nights. I know you're a big Horror Nights fan.
Yeah, I am. I mean, if you haven't been, it's not like anything else, you know, out there, I don't think. There are versions of it, but they were the original and the best.
The OG and the best.
Yeah.
And how old are your children, Helen? So what does your sort of family holidays, when you take the children, what does that sort of look like for you?
So I've got a 5-year-old girl and a 7-year-old boy. And my 5-year-old is the daredevil of the group. And my little boy doesn't really love heights, so he doesn't love a roller coaster. So I'm in the middle of training him for that.
Yeah.
My dad especially, my dad is big theme park fans, where I got it from. So he's like, come on, we've got to get Finn, you know, confidence go on and stuff. And he's getting there. He is getting there. But Isabel, my daughter, is the biggest daredevil. So my big problem with her is that she, you know, making sure she's tall enough.
Yes.
To go on everything and managing her expectations, because I mean she would put herself on Velocicoaster and be like, bye mum. So
My kids are actually exactly the same. So I've got a son who hates the roller coasters. But the difference is my son is 26. So
they don't go out of it then.
And we haven't managed to get him over that hurdle. So he's not a roller coaster guy whatsoever. And then my daughter, she's an absolute daredevil. So similar situation, but mine are sort of a fair bit older than yours. So that's good, because we'll probably be getting a few different perspectives on what we're going to be talking about today and what our Florida trips look like.
I think as well. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I think as well with the theme parks, a lot of people are focused on rides if they haven't been before, because that's the sort of thing that you read about. Or how tall, you know, do I need to be for this, and what's this ride going to be like for me? But actually, I feel like the experience of being at a theme park is better than the rides themselves. The rides are incredible. Obviously, there's some really immersive attractions in Orlando, the best in the world. But for me, especially having gone so many times, like if I went, you know, next week and I didn't ride anything, I would still have such a great time. There's so many elements. So like we were talking about different age groups, there really genuinely is something for every age group. You've got Granny over here, you've got your toddler over
And
there.
even at Disney as well now. So, you know, Disney was, a lot of people have said, you know, that Disney is sort of for, you know, younger people, younger children. But now you've got Tron, you've got Guardians of the Galaxy, you've got all of these sort of thrill rides now. That are coming through, and I think, Zara, for you, the opposite end of that with Universal, a lot of people's perception is that Universal, you know, is only for older children, but then you're planning your trip with your daughter Robbie, planning on doing Universal.
Yeah, sure before. So obviously Magic Kingdom is on the list. Let's not pretend it's not. You know, we'll get to do all the classics, but equally, Universal has got to be on the list. I think, absolutely. I mean, you took your 5-year-old, didn't you? And I know there was about, I think you said about 70% of stuff that she could ride at Universal.
Oh, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure that there was only 5 rides that she couldn't do. And my son, who's 8, I think he was 7 then, it was only 3 that he couldn't do. And he's tall for his age. So they were the real, kind of higher rides. But obviously you've got Epic Universe now. And that park, as well as it's been celebrated for its thrill rides, it's actually so great for younger children. How to Train Your Dragon, Isla Burke. I was blown away by that whole land. It gives me goosebumps now. I loved it so much.
It's very special, isn't it?
So
it's
special.
Very special, that land. It really got to me, that one.
Yeah.
It really.
And I think
and the
that's the thing with younger
and
children. Like they absorb all of that
They
even
do.
more so than we do. Especially as mums, we're concerned with, okay, do we need snacks? Do we need toilet stops? Like we need to get to this ride. Like the queue's only 20 minutes. Quick, everyone run. But they're there going, oh my God, there's dragons flying around. And then obviously you've got Super Nintendo World there as well, which is like
So my husband will be more bothered about that than Robin probably will. Me and my daughter will go to How to Train Your Dragon and we'll see Toothless while my husband is off, in Super Nintendo World. But we're also taking my in-laws as well, which will be their very first trip to Orlando. So again, I feel like there's a bit of something for everybody.
Definitely.
Well, I feel like Epcot is going to be their vibe. Have a little mooch around.
Epcot's everyone's vibe. What do you mean?
I think it actually might be my favourite.
It's my favourite.
when are you going, Zara?
We are going in May. So it's Flower and Garden.
So it'll be Flower and Garden.
It's going to be gorgeous, which again is like...
Epcot Festival.
Yeah, super
Fabulous.
perfect for my in-laws to, have a bit of a more of a chilled out mooch.
So if you think about the Flower and Garden Festival specifically, like some people will travel places like Kew Gardens or other places around the world where they will go to see the beautiful gardens and what they do with it. And so you're getting that completely for free on top of everything
in a theme
else.
park.
So it's not free. You are paying for your ticket, but you're getting that on top of what you're paying. And it's that festival in particular is just so divine, isn't it?
And I think you can say that as well about the shows at the parks, all of that. Yes, you've paid to enter the park, but you are getting as well, like the Lion King and Animal Kingdom, for example, you are getting those Broadway quality shows, Beauty and the Beast at Hollywood Studios. You are getting that Broadway quality, West End quality show
Even
included in your admission ticket. And again, they're great for all ages, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh, so good.
And a bit of aircon.
Yeah, a bit of aircon. My mum and dad love a little afternoon break in the Lion King. My husband Mikey loves it for a little nap. Sometimes
Nap in the Lion King.
Some people like a cheeky little nap, don't they?
It's too loud. Or there'll be a monkey that comes and tries to get you up.
Like, you can sleep anywhere.
I was going to say Fantasmic, as well. That show, it almost takes it elevates it from the West End because you're outdoors. You've got the water element. It's unbelievable, and the special effects in that show, that's for me as a kid was the one show that's when they closed it for years. I was like, they better bring it back.
Come back.
And it's just like. Do you
do the dance? Do you do the dance as well? I do as well. I have to admit.
That music, out of all of the Disney music, gives me the most goosebumps because that is, to me, I love Fantasmic. So if you're planning a trip there, you're listening to this podcast, then that's the show I would say don't miss.
I agree.
I think some of the pop-up entertainment at Universal as well with the Blues Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
That is so classic. You can't miss things like that. I think they might be smaller in scale at Universal, but that doesn't take away from sort of the value that they add on the show quality.
No.
Blues Brothers is really iconic.
It's my dad's favourite. We have to see it twice.
Stop and have
every
a
time
little
we
jam.
go to Universal, both showings. I think there's usually 3 showings a day, and he would go to all 3 if it was up to him. But no, we have to put my foot down somewhere.
Yeah. No, I love that.
And I forget the name of them. Are they the block beaters? At Universal, and they stand on the scaffolding.
Oh yes.
And they play
what is that called? The drums. They're amazing as well.
They're really, really good. And of course, you get to meet Marilyn and Beetlejuice and all. And
in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you've got the singers there. The name of that troupe I can't remember, but they're really popular as well.
Yes, without the frogs, don't they? And
and
really,
actually,
really
at Epic Universe, we were in Dark Universe, and there is a character there, and I don't know her name, but there is a character there, and she's sort of telling a story, a sort of spooky story, and she's playing this really creepy violin, it sort of really adds to the
I like that.
to the atmosphere. You feel completely immersed in this dark universe.
I can't wait to go back to Dark Universe and do it at night time, because I didn't get to do it
special.
at night time when I was there, and that was my one thing that I was like, that's what I want to go back and do, because I feel like at night
it's got to be made for the night time, hasn't it? Surely, surely it's got to be.
Yeah, for sure. So, and where do you like to stay, Helen? When you, I guess it's different. I know for me, we sort of sometimes we stay on International Drive. We in April we often go in a big group, so we stay sort of somewhere on I Drive, and then when I travel on our sort of what we call our family trip later on in the year, we usually like to do a villa, and we like to stay in the bubble in Walt Disney World as well, or Universal, particularly during Halloween Horror Nights, because of you're round the corner. If the kids want to stay at the park in Halloween Horror Nights until 2 a.m. in the morning and we've had enough by 10, a Universal hotel is perfect for us then.
Definitely. I'm one of the kids.
So we do a bit of a mix. So
you'll be there till 2.
I'm there till 2
Your kids will be in bed.
The vampires are kicking me out.
So what's your sort of favourite kind of accommodation, or do you literally, have you done it all?
Yeah, I have done it all, and I've done it all. But when people ask me for advice when they haven't been to Florida before, and I think Orlando especially is such a difficult place to, if you've never been, to imagine. If you go to a normal city, you'd be like, I want to be 10 minutes from the Eiffel Tower or whatever, and you can go on another website, you can look and you can see, but it isn't really like that in Orlando. Like everything is near something and really far away from something else. So what I ask people to tell me if they want advice is like, what kind of holiday are you planning? Is this a real Disney-centric holiday? Is the main focus Disney, and you want to do a couple other things? Or are you wanting a bit of Florida lifestyle? You're going to go and do Boggy Creek, some airboats, some shopping, and stuff like that. So my advice generally differs. I love staying on site. I do love staying on site, but again, for a lot of people, that also comes down to budget. So it really does depend on your budget and what you want from the holiday. But there are so many benefits for both. Yeah. So with villa holidays, I think with, as a parent, and you probably think this, like it's really, really nice to have a house or an apartment, because you put your children to bed at a reasonable time, because this is one thing I think a lot of parents do wrong in Florida and in Orlando especially, is they forget their children do have routine and bedtime, and then they worry the kids are having complete meltdown the next day, and they're like, my child's not enjoying this really expensive holiday I brought them on, and it's like, because they were up till like midnight watching the fireworks. So it's so nice to sometimes be able to go back to your villa, put your kids to bed, then mum and dad, nan and granddad, if you're travelling with friends as well and you're sharing, you can sit by the pool, have a nice drink, which you can't always do in a hotel room. But then on the other side, I'm a bit Jekyll and Hyde with it, because theme park holidays especially are so full on that actually I probably go to bed the same time as the kids. So I'm like totally going back on what I said, but being on resort is great. As both resorts have the excellent transport, and you can't really taking that pressure out of somebody having to drive and being able to just get on a bus outside of your hotel, taking you to wherever you want to go. Obviously both Disney and Universal have entertainment in the evening with Universal City Walk and Disney Springs, and so everything you really need is right there. And even at Disney, if you want to go resort hop and go to a different resort for dinner and things like that, like they make it really easy for you to do that. So they're just it really, what I actually would recommend is a split holiday. So if you're going to go for 2
Best
weeks,
of both worlds,
because obviously if you're booking with the Disney dining plan as well, you do need to be staying on site at Disney. And so I will say to people, look, you're not going to spend 2 full weeks at Disney, probably not. Some people do, but most people do need a break, myself included. And so I'm like, book your 5 days, get your Disney dining plan, pick your tier, and then for the other end of the holiday, you can either move to Universal. They have some beautiful hotels, hotels, or go to a villa. And that way you can, if you love being on site, you can be on site at both theme parks. And if you want a bit of just a step away from all of the immersive stuff, which they do so well, but it's a lot, isn't it? Especially if it's your first time. Then, going to a villa and being able to wake up and make a bit of toast rather than having to go to a restaurant for breakfast. Like sometimes these small things make a big difference. So.
And I think it's the benefits as well, isn't it? It's the benefits swings and roundabouts again, I guess.
Yeah.
But when you're in a resort hotel, you generally haven't got to consider the car parking, for example, let's say.
That's been a big deal for us because we're stayed on site when we go. So things like being able to nip back to the hotel in the afternoon, we've not got a long way to travel. Yeah. We've got the free shuttles, and we have got the dining plan. So we're going full out for 2 weeks. Yeah. Because my little girl is only 4, so considering her age, that benefit of being able to nip back and back and forth, and those early theme park admission, so we can get up, do a little bit, and then come back without feeling like we've wasted any time.
Where are you staying?
We're staying at Port Orleans French Quarter.
Oh, stay there, love that.
Do you know what? I've
They're
never stayed
beignets,
before.
Don't they? So you've got to make sure you have those.
Yes, and we get like the benefit of Riverside as well.
Yes.
So the benefits of staying on site for us this time, because I think it'll be probably the only time that we do with my little girl and with her grandparents as well. It was like stay in the bubble, and make the most of all of it.
Yeah.
Even if you stay, what was you going to ask?
No,
I was going to say, even if you stay in the bubble, are you planning on still leaving resort and doing other stuff, or are you going to keep it just?
Yeah, we will do some other stuff, definitely. Like I say, me and my husband for sure will be heading to Universal. And then hopefully Nanny and Grandad can take my little girl and do the sort of the new DreamWorks land, a bit of Gabby's Dollhouse. She absolutely
my daughter loves Gabby's Dollhouse.
Adores it.
So sometimes I'm like lucky enough, to be out there filming and doing stuff, and so you get kind of access to things like that. And I took my kids just as a just general consumer guest recently, and I was stressed because they were like, my son really wanted to meet the characters from Sing, especially Johnny, and my daughter wanted to meet Gabby's Dollhouse, and of course they don't tell you online when time these characters are coming out and everything, and I was like, I'm feeling the parents' pressure. I was like, because my kids are looking at me like, you're a theme park expert, so we want to know that we're definitely going to meet Gabby, and I'm like, and I'm asking all the cast members, I'm like, so is Gabby coming out soon, or like should we come back? And it was like that proper parent guilt if I didn't deliver these characters for them. But we were lucky we haven't seen Johnny as we're walking past, so amazing. I feel like my karma was coming back because I'd done something good somewhere and Johnny was there. And then actually they were telling me that Gabby's, I don't know if it's still the same, but she's more commonly coming out in the afternoon. So we went to DreamWorks in the afternoon, saw Gabby, and then what I would say to any parents going to DreamWorks Land, do take a change of clothes. Yes. They have a splash park there. Yeah. It isn't a splash park. It is basically a swimming pool. Oh, gosh. But both my children were completely soaked through. And then me trying to extract them from this park, we were supposed to be going for dinner. I got soaked through trying to grab them. I mean, they have this huge bucket thing that fills up, and then there's no warning if you're walking under it. And there were people that were almost walking under it, and then suddenly someone kind of alerted them and these women ran off. It was just so funny. They would have been drenched. Oh, so gosh. Okay. Definitely bring a towel.
Yeah, take a towel. Bring a change of clothes. Yeah, okay. That's
because that is a very splashy splash park, let's put it that way.
I think what your original point of asking the questions really, I think is a really, really important one, isn't it? And I think that's where sort of Ocean Holidays, we can help you do that, because our guys sort of know how important it is to ask the right questions.
Yeah, definitely.
And we can provide advice accordingly. Like Zara, I agree with everything that you just said about staying on site. But then coming at it from a different angle, when I've got my mum and dad with me, they love the whole villa experience. Yeah. They love the fact that, we've had enough for today. Yeah. We want to stay in our lovely, comfortable villa. Yeah. So it is, I think, all about asking the right questions.
100%. If it was just my husband and I going, we'd have stayed somewhere probably off-site. Yeah. Saved a little bit of money, but somewhere that still had perks, so close to the Disney Springs area, or somewhere like that we can still get about easily. Yeah. Like the Drury Plaza and the Drury Inn and Suites are incredible. Yeah. With all their, they have free breakfast, free shuttles, free 5:30 kickback with their snacks and drinks. And I've been and experienced that personally on a trip. Yeah. That kickback is more than enough for dinner. And you get your 3 free drinks. It's incredible. Great locations, new properties. That probably would have been our go-to if it was just my husband and I, on a kid-free trip.
Booking with a company like OceanFlorida as well, that you're not just booking with somebody who's, Googling things and then telling you. you guys really do know what you're
We've
talking
been,
about,
yeah.
and you know your clients really well,
Yeah.
so you can tailor a trip that's specifically for them.
Yeah.
And that, I think with Florida holidays and Orlando holidays more than any other holiday, it's so important because it is a high spend for a lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot
absolutely.
of people, save up for a long time to go, and so the pressure is on for that holiday to, to be perfect. And we all know that no holiday is perfect, especially ones with kids. But it's putting your confidence in people that are able to say, look, we've booked a holiday for a family just like yours, with grandparents, with kids, adults only, it's the thing. And we know what we're doing, and we can assure you that this is what you told us you want. This will be good for you, and I think that puts confidence in people, and then they can go on the trip and they can relax, and they know that they haven't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
And I think it's not just the families either, is it? Or are you just talking about the Drury? For our Disney adults, my children are grown up now, so I do
You're
class
officially
myself
a Disney
as
adult.
an official Disney adult. I'll be going without my children, just my husband and I.
Do you wear the ears
in a few weeks? I wear.
What about your
I wear
husband?
the ears. No, I can't get him to wear the ears. I can just about get him to wear a t-shirt. I saw some gorgeous matching shirts in EPCOT actually last year. I was really begging and pleading.
Let's do a trade-off for something.
It didn't matter what I promised him, he would not allow the matching shirts.
Can you get him a baseball cap with Mickey ears? Would he go for that?
He does not with ears. He does
Put them
wear
on
a
when
Mickey
he's
cap.
not noticing on top of the
maybe.
hat.
Yeah, maybe. So I think, that like the Drury, making recommendations for things that are more suitable for Disney adults. Yeah. The Drury's perfect. So I think it's not always just about the families, is it either?
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
And some, like, even if you're just not a Disney adult, maybe you're just somebody that loves theme parks and you like Disney, but you're not somebody that wants to be completely immersed in something like Disney or with Universal Minion, or being around children, like, love my kids, but don't necessarily want to be surrounded by children all the time. So staying off site in a hotel like that is perfect, because you're getting that adult experience on holiday as well.
Yes.
And I think it's close to iDrive, that hotel, is it?
Yeah.
There's two Drurys.
Yeah.
There's one that's sort of walking distance from
Disney Springs. Yeah, it took me about 10, maybe 15 minutes.
It's walking
like,
distance.
Super
and then
easy.
There's one on iDrive, isn't there, that's
Close for Universal.
closer for Universal.
Yeah, so both of those locations as well, like for nightlife, because I think that's the one thing that is probably like less talked about, really, because your focus sometimes is on families, and sometimes you just want to feed your kids a bit of pizza and get them to bed. It's been a long day, but when you're there without your kids, like I said before, like, it's great. And if you're on your own and you can walk to Disney Springs, it's very safe for solo travelers.
Absolutely, yeah, completely.
It's good.
Amazing. So, Helen, this is just something that we really, really like to do with all of our guests. So I would like to ask you, not lightning lane, but lightning round questions. So just to get
I'm ready.
Then nothing too difficult, so please don't be worried. So it's your first day.
Okay.
You've just landed. It's your first full day. You've got your whole holiday ahead of you. Super excited. What is your day one go-to, must-do, attraction, whatever? What does your day one look like?
Right, well, sticking with Disney then, let's say, because so if it's my day one, I'm always up early. So early park access, if we can get
Just get up and roll with it.
Yeah, and then breakfast on Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go in. I want to get my pictures. I know that sounds really sad, but I've got kids. They're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And I want to get in there and get my pictures. So I will prioritise getting a lovely photo of my kids in front of the castle before they're too tired.
Yeah.
And before they spill ice cream all over themselves.
Yeah, and then before everyone's hot and sweaty.
So, and then I'm going to go get breakfast and coffee, and I'm going to enjoy that chill moment before the admission opens. And then I do have a system, though.
Okay.
I
like that.
Right, so I'm straight to Tomorrowland.
Okay.
And then I hit like the Orbiter if I can get on it, because
Okay.
I love that attraction and it always has the longest line. So if you don't go on it, like
It's a slow and hot line, isn't it? The
it is.
Astro
So
Orbiter,
if the queue's under 20 minutes, I'll get in it. If not, it's out.
Right.
And then we do Buzz, and then we do Space Mountain,
What
and then
about
we do
People
Speedway.
Mover?
People Mover I like, but that you can probably do. I like that for
That's
a sit
nice
down.
for a little afternoon break.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like after lunch, but those other three attractions, I like knock those straight out the park straight away.
I love
pun
that.
intended.
So question 2, your hidden gems. So it can be a sneaky corner in one of the parks. It can be something not in the parks at all. Your little hidden gem.
Oh,
if
gosh,
you don't mind sharing.
that is hard. Okay. So oh my gosh, you have put me on the spot.
So much pressure.
Hidden gem. Are there any hidden gems? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough one now, isn't it?
It is a hard one.
It is a tough one.
So, okay, my hidden gem is in the Universal Studios Park, just before you get to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you have the former area that was Amity Island, which was Jaws, and there is a bar there.
Yeah.
And in that bar, you can get a special cocktail, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, which is called the Shark Attack cocktail. And it's not just a cocktail; it comes with a whole production by the bartender, where the bartender is like getting you with a shark. Then they squeeze some like blood into the cocktail. It's like strawberry juice or something,
Love that.
and then they throw in some like life rafts or something, which are like made from Haribo, stuff like that. And it's just so much fun, and it's a really nice setting on the water on the lake there.
Yeah.
So it's a good place to go if you want a drink, non-alcoholic or alcoholic, but also it's a nice setting and it's fun. And it's like you're still in a theme park. It's a theme park cocktail, like 100%. But you can just have a bit of time out, and it's not usually busy around there as well. So if you are wanting a bit of a break from all of the people, that's a good spot for that as well.
Wow, that's brilliant.
I'll
have to.
I'm adding that to the list.
Yeah, me too. I'm
but
going
be
to
careful if you have the alcoholic one because it is strong.
Oh, okay.
So don't be having that and then going on like
Don't want to go on Velocicoaster after
or
that.
Gringotts or
Make
something.
me dizzy,
And then finally, you've probably got lots and lots of these, but what is your top travel tip?
For the theme parks or for Florida or everything?
It can be either.
You're an absolute pro. Every time we talk to you, you're travelling somewhere, so you've got to have lots and lots of tips.
We're talking about Walt Disney World and Universal, so let's do in the parks, if that's okay.
Yeah, well, actually, one of my top tips for travel in general is also one of my tips for the parks, and that is don't pack too much stuff.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got kids, people think you need to pack everything. In fact, the more stuff you're carrying, the more stressful and hot you're going to get. You don't need, there's so many, you Google things like what to bring to the parks. It's a ridiculous list of stuff. Like you just don't need all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like pack light, pack absolute essentials, sun cream, hat, sunglasses and water, charger for your phone, definitely, like a portable charger. But really, you don't need lots of other stuff. You're going to be carrying that around. So, and on the plane as well, traveling with kids, it can be stressful. Like, the less stuff that you've got to think about, the better. So I would say travel lightly, but travel cleverly. So don't wear new shoes. Don't.
Not new shoes.
No one cares what you look like. You know,
No.
like just
Wear the ugly shoes and be comfortable.
Yeah, obviously you've got to have your all your outfits on.
Are you a Crocs girl?
Do you know, I want to be. I really want to be, but I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah, they make me hot. I am definitely. I'm a trainer girl.
I'm a trainer's girl, yeah.
See, I'm actually naughty. I will walk around in flip-flops. I know.
Do you do your legs ache or no?
I'm getting older, so yeah, they do now. I think I might move to Crocs.
You're going to become a Crocs
I can't
girl.
wear trainers. That's the thing for me.
Oh, really?
So I will normally wear a sandal with a buckle because I always. That's another tip actually. Like if you want to ride roller coasters where your legs are dangling, which I don't think they have any at Disney, but at Universal they do. You want a sandal with a buckle because
you don't want to lose a shoe.
Yeah, because they won't let you take your
Cinderella
shoes off, you gotta
moment on a
hold your
roller
shoes.
coaster.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, footwear is a big talking point. I get asked a lot about
I feel like we
shoes.
should do a whole episode on what to wear.
Yeah, let's make a note of that one, Zara, for sure. We'll definitely.
A podiatrist that's also a Disney adult. That's what you need.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming and joining us
Thank
today,
you for having
Helen.
me. I love talking about Disney and Universal.
This could go on for a really long time. Where can people find you online if they want to see all of your adventures?
So you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Passport Stamps UK, and you can see my blog at passportstamps.uk.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Helen. It's been
for
wonderful
having me.
to meet you.
It really has been an absolute pleasure. We're going to wrap up for today. Like I said, this could go on for a really long time.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah. We'll do part 2. Thank you for joining us. We are going to be on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, all over your socials. So like, comment, share it with your chums, and we will see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.